leaving the arrangement with 20K department, or try to endure a marriage for 1 or 2 years. For context, I, 23, F, have an older sister, 26, F. We are from a Turkish immigrant family living in Germany, and lots of marriages are arranged in our culture. However, with our age, especially with my sister's age, there is lots of pressure. Not long ago, my aunt showed my parents a pic of this boy, 25M, and asked them if my sister could be interested. He was also kinda wealthy. However, he was not my sister's type look-wise, and my parents insisted that she should try to know him first. He lives on the countryside of Turkey. They first only met through calls, and apparently it turned out that he liked my sister. However, with the calls, the feelings of my sister didn't change, and my sister tried to convince our parents that she doesn't like him. They, however, still tried to convince her that she still should give him a chance and maybe try to meet him in person. My sister obviously was against it, and even turned that dude down, and after a long fight with my parents, they accepted her choice. After a few days, though, the mother of that boy called again and asked if she really was sure and begged if she couldn't give a chance. So my parents tried to convince my sister again and even booked flight tickets. They said she only should see him only S&D. If she still is sure of her choice, she can turn him down personally. However, it's important to mention that the village my parents are from and where that boy currently lives is very conservative. It would be frowned upon to enter a car of a man that you don't going to marry or isn't your husband/brother/father. It's just not good to be seen as an unmarried woman with another man. It was planned that my sister S&D that dude would meet in the city, so nothing could go wrong. Anyways, he didn't stick to that promise, and he went to my grandma's house to pick up my sister in that village. My sister refused to go with him, but according to my sister, my father put pressure on her. My father was very optimistic about all this, hoping for a happy marriage. In the end, lots of PPL saw my sister, and the family of that dude were very keen to take my sister as a bride. My parents also, especially my father. And after like 3 days, they even brought engagement rings. All this happened against the will of my sister, and a lot of pressure was put onto her. They had an engagement in that week, and it all costed very much, obviously. Because of that ring, a dress for her was bought, a suit for that dude, some catering, and lots more. My sister even cried on that day because of all that. Then she flew back to Germany as an engaged woman, even though it was against her will. Then she flew. Family of that boy even helped with the plantage of my grandma, and when she came to Germany to visit us, the family even bought gold and other gifts for my sister, which they handed to my grandmother. They also pay for German lessons for their son. So you guys can imagine that it's a lot of money. However, my sister was never happy with that situation, and she fought a lot with my parents about that. They thought that they were doing the right thing and would help my sister with her luck, and if she still doesn't like him, she can divorce him after 1 or 2 years. However, this topic always comes up again and again, and tears are rolling, and there is always a big fight, and my super conservative grandma was not helping that situation. My mother blames my sister that it was her own fault and she should have known better, and that she isn't the youngest anymore, and in the end it's my sister's own fault, and so on. But it's now have been months, and she is not happy, and the nikah is in 2 months, March. The big party is planned a few months later, around August. My aunt, who recommended that boy, heard about our situation at home and said that this the wrong way and that it only leads to a bigger catastrophe. After a long argument with my sister, my parents and my aunt, they asked my sister if they should cancel that arrangement, but as a consequence, with a department of around 20K, and most of it my sister is going to pay this. Keep in mind, my sister is still studying, and my family's finances aren't looking good right now because we just built a new house recently. My sister is obviously mad because she feels like nobody accepted her no, but she obviously doesn't want to marry that guy. Besides, if she marries him, there are going to be more finances after that marriage. New home that probably the groom's family is going to pay, and so on. My sister also considered to run away, but that would leave my family with a big department and now asking for advice.